Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video, well, let's take a look at SMCI stock. Now, I did talk about SMCI in the morning as well when the market was still open, and the price action we talked about it was just around the $54 mark, around that, a little bit higher than that. But we talked about a couple of levels where things until intraday or multi-day time frame would remain weak, and where the strength is, and where the overall structure until where it's still fine. Now, the way the SMCI stock has closed, is this a sign of worry? Because it closed way down, way red, and tomorrow being the deadline for SMCI, definitely for at least their filings, there is definitely some volatility that is expected. I'll also talk about a little bit more in depth on the article that I did touch base in the morning as well, but there is a little bit extended part to that as well that we'll take a look at in this video. So let's start off with the price action. So, and also none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. Okay, so we did lose 200 days moving average the way we closed. Though we are still above that $50.50, until then, overall, I'm willing to give it that we are overall structural bullish. Now, the good thing was we got a good rebound there. All right, let's get to the hourly interval right away. So we got a good rebound at that level. Now, whenever we have a rebound after finding at that very critical, significant level, that also has importance on the overall structure, because so as on the weekly interval, this level is very important, $50.50 area, because this is where structure has really gapped up above a lot of resistance, has changed the structure. So it's very important for us to stay above it, to stay in this momentum. So now showing you that on the weekly interval. Now what I like to see after a rebound, that we straight away intraday become in an uptrend. I don't like to see a retest. Retest is fine, but it's always better to not have a retest and right away become in an uptrend, because with the retest there's always a chance, is the retest going to hold a double bottom, or are we open up another chance of going lower, right? So that's pretty much the case on SMCI right now. Multi-day SMCI has been in the lower highs and lower lows. All right, the blue box that I gave you this morning, right? I said that around here until here, though it's a good rebound, but the extra strength, the more confirmed full strength will be above 55 and 27. Since we never got that, thus keeping the structure on the multi-day intraday still in the downtrend. And we rejected right around that area. That's why these areas and my tools mark these all significant levels, everything automatically for it. And that's why it was an important area to watch for a rebound, but then we continued, unfortunately, lower. All right. So rebound, that's it. Multi-day is still negative. Overall structure until $50.50, I'm still fine. But as I said, as we don't turn in an uptrend after rebounds, we may eventually break that zone. So tomorrow, be careful. That's the area. If we lose $50.50 area, we have a room to come down to pretty much the range, which is SMCI is doing right now, is between $6 to $8. That will be $50 down to, give or take, right? At least 200 days moving average is what I expect we can be testing if we lose these levels below like $50.50. Now, where can we be seeing a strengthful action again? Where is that possibility that we can look for some more, like the strength, the double bottom is holding where we are, and strength may come on this. And that will be, I just went to the 5 minutes just to check something, but that will be on the hourly interval. Start may happen above 52 and 52 cents. $52.52 above this is, so in other words, you should only look for uptrend plays, better and good uptrend plays with more confirmation if we get above 52 and 52 cents. And definitely for a proper, really nice uptrend, I want to see it above $54 to $55 area, that blue box, that range, okay? That will mark that, all right, we are good to go back up again in a good uptrend. Otherwise, multi-day, intraday, we are still continuing in the downtrend. If we stay below 52 and 52 cents tomorrow, it's just a rebound and we may test next low on this. Now, definitely, what could be a rebound area again for tomorrow if we lose this? Well, if we lose $50.50, overall, that's a bigger problem. And then rebounds levels you would be watching around, possibly if any rebound comes at 48 and 44 cents or around 200 days moving average. Sorry, 200 hours moving average. All right. And then definitely on the 5 minutes interval, you will use my easy day and swing trading tools and all of that to also see the structure, which you can see on the hourly, daily interval as well. Check out the details in the description. As I said, if you need access to those tools and also 50 plus stocks coverage, all the details are in the description of this video. All right, so now what's next? Well, tomorrow we have the last filing day on SMCI. Multi-day intraday weakness is ongoing. Definitely closing below 54 area, 54 and 28 cents is a little bit, weakness is continuing, and it just creates a lot more pressure because we couldn't establish a really strong uptrend after that rebound. And I mentioned that if we can close above it, that will bring stabilization back in SMCI, and which unfortunately we didn't do. So watch the levels as we just talked about for intraday, possibly a start of a little bit of an uptrend where that good plays would be level by level above. As I just talked about, you can rewind the video and revisit those levels. Otherwise, we are visiting levels lower. All right. So right now, unfortunately, near term, multi-day, intraday, we are still in the negative structure. All right. And this is the last line of defense for the overall structure where we are. That is $50 area. All right. Okay, I want to go over this article that I did talk about part of it in the morning, but then I wanted to talk a little bit, for extended part, let's talk about the second half of it. Now, as we know, their delayed financial statements deadline is tomorrow. They seem like they said that, they believe, that's what they said, I'm not saying, they said it. They believe that they will file it by tomorrow. And but there is also a possibility they can ask for another 180 days, but hopefully not. They would just file it by tomorrow. There was the thing I talked about in the morning that what the investors are looking for is completeness and accuracy and no gray areas, no beating around the bushes. Now, the part that I want to go over, why no gray areas, no beating around the bush, that is the second part of it. All right. So what it says that the ongoing issues are unlikely to be resolved, which has to do with a little bit of those, restatements or revaluations of their inventories and all of that. What is their, the company saying about it, right? So Supermicro's second is the flirtation with questionable financials will necessarily continue to weigh somewhat on the company's perceived risk profile, and the multiple investors are willing to pay, right? So what is it about? Supermicro is looking for, first of all, a chief financial officer to replace David Wiegand, who said on the company's earnings call earlier this month that none of the company's previous financial filings will require a restatement, but added that it will be slightly adjusting its fiscal fourth quarter net sales upwards by 46 million. At the same time, he said an inventory charge resulted in a downward adjustments to its preliminary or unaudited fiscal year earnings, added that they do not constitute a restatement. Well, that's their take, but anyways, the inventory charge was for an unanticipated decline in the market value of certain components in the company's inventory. The inventory mentioned on the earnings call could be one of those gray areas mentioned by Marino. It was not clear what type of inventory Supermicro was referring to, whether it was chipped from NVIDIA or other products. NVIDIA is currently in product transition to its new Blackwell family. All right, so here's an interesting one. An accounting researcher, Olga Yusvietaski, an accounting researcher and expert, wrote in her Deep Quarry blog that no restatement does not mean there were no errors. All right, so well, there are those takes as well. She pointed out that Supermicro omitted its inventory reserve estimates from its preliminary end of the day, can't even speak. Sorry, preliminary results, and said it was reasonable to assume that the company's new auditor, BDO LLP, discovered the incorrect inventory valuation in the audit process and prompted the company to record the adjustment. All right, so as you get the sense, give or take, there's sentiment on both sides, but what more important for us is that SMCI filing tomorrow and not asking for another extension. All right, that can really kill the momentum because, well, price action is already showing weakness. Price action will take the precedence, but when I said can kill the momentum is because it will add extra volatility that will give a lot more moves. And as I said, little bit with the way we have closed in the multi-day weakness section and the zone, and if we don't regain things tomorrow bullish, things may start to turn around. $50.50 is the last line of defense, and multi-day we are in, though in the negative structure, we need to regain those structures as well to the uptrend. If we can do it tomorrow, that's great. Check out rewind the video to check again what those levels are that I just talked about on the hourly interval. And that's all I had for you guys in this update. And with that, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.